Alrighty guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. In front of me is another 2J. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this piece of flat bar here. This is just a standard, what was this? 2-inch wide, 1/8 inch thick, 48 inch long aluminum flat bar. I got my ignition coils in here and I got my pigtails. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning this into a coil bracket, coil harness. Coil bracket for these, for individual coil packs. We're going to be making the bracket. We're also going to be wiring it all. And I'm going to go over in detail, because I was having trouble finding it. Going over in detail how to wire individual ignition coils on a 2JZ GE. Because it's, for some reason, really hard to find, but I was able to find it, so I'm gonna explain it all how to do it. But yeah, we're gonna turn this into a bracket, and then we're gonna get all these mounted up and all like that on the test motor. Then we're gonna put it on the actual Supra, and then wire all the wirings up and get it hooked up to the harness. Alright, quick little update. So what I've done is I have measured the distance between here and here, and then these two here. So I have those spacings. What I did was I took this flat bar and I measured center, so it's 50 millimeter wide. Also, yes, I do everything in millimeter, because that's just what I know. So, it's 50 millimeter wide, like this. Hang on. Okay, 50 millimeter wide. Found center, if you can faintly see that line there, marked so much far off the end, and then center punched it. So that punch there is that, let's see if I can point, that bolt there. Then I took from that bolt and measured to this one here. So those two punches, that's 145 millimeter exactly, from center to center, and then it's 30 millimeters between that hole and that hole there, these two. And I'll what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or something with measurements and all that stuff, and then I'll make a link down in the description so that you can, if you want to make this, because it saves you a lot of money than buying a coil bracket, then I'll document it the best I can. But yeah, so I got those punched. I'm going to drill those out, and then I'm going to roughly mock it up and lock it in after I measure where the spark plugs are and where they go and the spacing on those. So yeah, there's our quick little update, and then I'm going to drill these out and move on. Alrighty, so here's another progress update. Homemade coil bracket, looking pretty minty, if I do say so myself. It is not finished yet, but that is what it should look like. You can rotate these however you'd like, left or right, in line, off to the side. Flip them around so they face the other way, like so, like that, depending on however you want your harness. I'm going to be making, again, going to be documenting the sizing and all that stuff and whatnot. I'll try and do pictures too on the Google Doc. But yeah, that looks really good for what it is. I'm saving a lot of freaking money doing this too. So, what is next? Well, gotta finish cleaning up the bracket itself. Maybe we'll make some little swoopies in it, because why not? Make it look all fancy. I gotta get some spacers going, because I need to space this up to hold the... Uh-oh. To hold the coils, because the coils are all the way down, I think. I actually don't know. Yeah, the coils are... I don't know. I think they're all the way down. So then this is going to get spaced up down there, if you can kind of see where the screw goes. It's going to get a spacer and a longer bolt to hold that up, and then I got to drill a hole to mark the coils to hold those in. Alright, since I've pretty much got to a stopping point on this bracket, I gotta go run and get some more parts, but I don't want to do that right now. We are going to work on wiring. Getting all of this, getting that, and all these coils, and this pigtail here, getting this set up in here, where it needs to go, maybe, there we go. That there, and setting up the wire harness, sorry. Setting it up, routing it down that way and there, and then over into this igniter, which is this wire, or not that wiring, it's that wiring there. I got diagrams and all that stuff. So what we're doing is, because this came out of a 04 IS300, so it has this style igniter on it. This was a wasted spark ignition system, meaning it was one coil pack, this is the old one coil pack for 2 cylinders. That is junk. We don't like that. However, you can wire in individual coil packs into this igniter, and I have the diagrams and all that to do that. Now that I have these, we're going to do that. And these are the Yaris coil, the 4-cylinder, the Yaris coil conversion. And then these are just a universal 4-pin pigtail that I got off Amazon. And then these will get wired. There's ground, which I believe is this brown, and then your igniter and IGF line. And then those will all run individually. This one will get tied into the other grounds for all the coil packs. And then these 3, I have to look, I don't remember. One is a positive power, one is the IGF, which is for the tack, and another one I think is a trigger sensor wire. But yeah, we'll move on. But yeah, so this is what we're moving on to now. We're gonna get this in and start laying them out, figuring out wiring. Alright, quick update. So, what I have done is, there we go. So line 1 on all the coils is ground. It's blue, but it's a ground. So I have routed all 6 of these coils together to a ground. Line 4 on all the coils is the 12 volt, the battery or power. Yes, they're brown, but they are power. So they all got routed together into a red. So I have my ground, positive and ground here. Now, coils 1, 2, and 3 on pin number 3, which is this gray wire, this gray. So these 3 grays, these go to the TAC and the IGF, which is what the computer uses for TAC reference, basically. So those 3 will get routed together. These 3 here on the last 3 coils will not get used. Those won't get used. So those will just, I'll probably just tuck those into the harness. Coils 6 and 1 get routed together with this yellow wire, pin 2. So those 2 will get put together. 5 and 2 will get routed together on the yellow wire. And 3 and 4 will get routed together on the yellow wire. And I will color code those when I splice them and run them. So 1 and 6, 2 and 5, and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3 get routed together with the pin 3, which is IGF TAC, and then pin 2 is your trigger. Alright, here is the almost completed harness. I have it unplugged right now just so I can pull it off. But it looks pretty freaking good, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to wrap this up. I got some harness tape. The video for the engine harness is still coming. I'm waiting on some other stuff that I need to order for that. I've kind of been lazy and haven't taken the time to actually pull this manifold off so I can look for the NOx sensors and figure out which ones are missing. Not missing, but broken, because I broke a couple when I pulled the engine out of the car. So that harness video is still coming, but this one I think is running a little longer anyways. So we're going to finish it up. We're going to wrap this up with some harness tape and then throw it on and just show what it'll look like. Alright, so harness is ready. Just got it clamped on the vise to wrap this up. I'd like to thank Mr. Perry for donating some harness wrap tape. Greatly appreciate it. It will definitely get put to good use. But yeah, so we're going to wrap this up. Again, thank you for donating that. Appreciate it. Let's get to wrapping. Get over here. It's not done, but I got a little bit more that I'll do. And for now, this is probably going to be it for the video. It is very clean looking. It's coming out exactly how I hoped it would. Oh, come on. Just get out the way. That's the main engine harness. I gotta get some NOx sensors for it and wrap it up. That video is coming still. But this is the injector harness, or not injector harness, the ignition coil harness. I got it wrapped, tucked down, looks nice and tidy. I still gotta finish up this bracket, but I gotta get some parts, which I'll get soon. Probably won't film that. This is just the bulk of it. There will be instructions on what I did and what is the parts and stuff that I got for it in a doc. But it looks good. I like how it's all nice and uniform. Again, this here will all get hidden and wrapped up, so you won't even see it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. That's gonna do it for now. My name's Marshall. This is Marshall's Builds. This is my Supra, and there's still more to come.